Today I'd like to do a video as part of my home prepping system. And for this video project, I'm going to be doing a systematic design of all of my home preps, and everything is organized into various tiers, modules for each one of those tiers, and then various levels for each one of those modules. So today I'd like to cover the food module, level 1. The food module is part of my tier 1 for the home prepping system, which I consider the essentials. For me, the essentials are food and water. So I have several different categories that I have for this particular tier. I want to have everything be able to be rotated. I want to have a variety, non-perishable items, stuff that I actually use, transportable, and storage friendly. So I have various levels for each of the modules for this home prepping system. And for my food module, I have levels 1 through 3. And for me, level 1 is very basic. It's just 72 hours worth of food ready to go at any moment. And when you get down to level 2, for me, that's going to be whatever your pay cycle is. So if you get paid weekly, I want to have a week's worth of food. If you get paid bi-weekly, I want to have 2 weeks worth of food. If you get paid monthly, I want to have a month's worth of food. And for me, that's more of a level 2 of a food storage. And then level 3 is more of a worst case scenario amount of food storage. So whatever that is for you, whether that be 90 days or a year's worth. So that's how I have mine organized. So I know this might be fairly basic for a lot of us. For beginners, I think this is a good place to start. And what I want to have for my food module is I want to be able to go on a picnic or on a 3-day weekend with the family. So 72 hours at the spur of a moment. So without having to pack anything. And if I were to go on that family trip, I would not have to buy anything while I'm there. So I want to have a bunch of stuff that is kid tested and mother approved. So stuff that we actually eat gets regularly rotated into the kitchen cupboards and into the pantries. So it's not going to be anything like your Mountain House Pro Packs or maybe the Mainstay bars, for example. Those are more of a emergency food that I would have more in level 3 that I would be least likely to use. So the stuff that you're going to see for this level 1 is going to be stuff that's used all the time here in the household. So I'll show you what I have. For level 1 of my food module, I want to be ready to go at the spur of a moment for a picnic or a 3-day weekend with the family. So rather than going with your standard picnic basket, I'm going to be going with these soft coolers, which I have food stored in them. And the small cooler that you see here, that's for Baby Prepper. He has very proprietary food that only he eats. And then for here is 72 hours worth of food for myself and Miss Urban Prepper. What I like about these is that they could be stored easily wherever you have them. So they could, right now I carry them in the pantry, but if I were to go on a 3-day weekend or on a road trip, I would quickly put this into the car and then have my food for the weekend if need be. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you what I have individually for each of these. For food preps, they're going to be very specific to your personal preference in food. So a lot of the stuff I have in here you might not really enjoy. So it's very custom to your personal needs. So let's start off first with the 72 hours worth of food that I have for myself and Miss Urban Prepper. In this little cooler, I have breakfast, lunch, and dinner planned for 72 hours. It's actually a little bit more than 72 hours, just to be on the safe side. So I have a lot of the snacks stored here in the outer pockets, and then I have the main content in the main body of the cooler. So I'm not going to open it up all individually to show you because I think it'd take too long for this video. But as you can see, I have here's some little candy bars. I have some Starbucks Vias, some Cliff Bars, hot cocoa, things like that in the front pocket. And then I also have various breakfast bars and things like that. So what I'm going to do is just open this up and show you everything that I have. I think it'll make this video a little faster. But I have things organized just like this, a wide variety of different menu items, and these are all things that we regularly buy. So it's not a big deal to stock this thing up whenever need be. So some of the items that you may see in here don't have like a year-long shelf life or anything like that. It may only have a 6-month shelf life. But since this is used, it's actually a prep that I actually use, I regularly rotate the things that are in here. So what I'm going to do is just open this up and show you everything that I have. Here's everything from inside that cooler. As you can see, it's quite a bit of stuff. It's a lot more than you want to carry in a bug-out bag, but for your home preps, weight isn't as much of an issue. So I have everything organized into breakfast, lunch, and dinner, as well as various snacks. So I'll just kind of focus in on some of them. So I have some hot cocoa here, some beef jerky, instant oatmeal, couple different candy bars and some desserts over here, chips, crackers, trail mix, protein bars, granola bars, some Starbucks Vias, Carnation instant breakfast, some rice dream, applesauce. One thing I could always eat is a peanut butter and jelly sandwich, especially if you have Adam's peanut butter, which I feel is by far the best. And we always have some bread in the freezer ready to go. So wanted to have some peanut butter and jelly with me. I have various different kind of chilies, soups, lentil soup, black bean soup, split pea. As you can see, there's a lot of variety. I wanted to have a lot of variety of food here. Then I have for dinner some Indian cuisines that we like having. So white basmati rice, some Trader Joe's Indian fare, loaded potatoes. Here's some salt and pepper, and as you can see, I have a little can opener in here. Some juices. And that's about it for this. So as you can see, everything in here doesn't really require much preparation, if any. The only thing you might have to do is boil some water for maybe the rice or just heat up some soups. I wanted to have all the items in here be stuff that didn't really require a lot of preparation. So this is everything inside of the cooler for myself and for Mr. Urban Prepper. Now let's show you the items in Baby Prepper's cooler. Here's what's inside Baby Prepper's Level 1 food module. Baby Prepper's a self-imposed vegetarian and also a very picky eater, so I wanted to make sure I had some items that I know that he would eat at any time. So he's also responsible for the can opener. As you may have noticed, I don't have a lot of cooking supplies in these food modules just because I'm going to have those in my cooking modules instead. So just to show you what I have for him, I have some juice. I have 3 days of chocolate milk as a little snack. I have also 3 days of milk for him. For breakfast, he likes eating eggs, and he really likes these eggs, actually, these ones that you have to just rehydrate. He likes almonds, macaroni and cheese, corn, noodles. Here's a little snack for him, and a little Nutter Butter and some crackers. He also really likes chips, pineapple, applesauce, and some goldfish. So just a little bit of extra things for him while he's also picking on our food. So this is Baby Prepper's Level 1 food module. That concludes all of the items that I carry in my Level 1 food modules. As you can see, this is very basic and simple in concept, but I think it's an important thing to have as far as your home preps go. And the slogan of this video series is prepping for the rest of us. So this is something that anyone could do as far as having a little bit of preps for food in your home. So in my opinion, if you're prepared to go on a picnic or a 3-day weekend with the family, you're better prepared if a 3-day emergency were to happen. So for those of you interested, you could download a PDF of this particular module in the description box below and possibly add it to a binder like what I'm doing for my home prepping system. So let's wrap this up and put these in the car and go take a little trip. I hope you enjoyed watching this video featuring Level 1 of my food module. Please feel free to leave any kind of comments below in the comment section, and I'll talk to you later. See ya!
See ya! Why you got